Hey guys, it's me Robin, RsIslandCrafts. This is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, October 31st, 2017. Happy Halloween! This week's video is going to be a WiP parade. This is my mitre square blanket. I was determined to put 31 squares on this for the month of October. It's hard to get it all in one shot here, but I'll go ahead and put a link down below to the blog post that'll accompany this video. But I did get 31 on. It doesn't look like very much when you look at it. I had to count it several times to make sure I had 31. Now, while I enjoyed putting these squares on, putting 31 on of them takes up a lot of time. I did finish it a few days early because on several days I put a couple on, 2 or 3, and other days I skipped. But I spent so much time on this, I didn't get any time for any of my other knitting, really. So I don't think I'm going to do the 30 in November like I'd planned. I still want to work on it, but I don't think I'm going to do the full 30. I put about 2 lengths of thread onto my Hocus Pocusville. I usually do from the tip of my middle finger to my shoulder as a length of thread, or the embroidery floss. So I got all of this section done and parts of in here. I'm thinking for this one's definitely going to have the glow-in-the-dark thread, but I'm thinking I might want to do some glow-in-the-dark thread. I think I might want to do some glow-in-the-dark thread with this one too. Even my poor dishcloth suffered. I didn't get very much done on this at all. And I really want to get this one finished because I won this scrubby yarn. And I really want to try this out. And from what I understand is you can mix it with a regular cotton dishcloth yarn, and then it allows it to have that scrubby bits on it to scrub dishes better. I don't know, it's going to be fun to try out. I have 3 of them, so I should be able to figure out a couple things to do with them. I got a very little bit done on my glove. I think I only had about this much done before. I had started into the cables. You can see them just a little bit. It's funny because I'm working with finger and weight yarn. The only cable needles I have, first of all, I don't like them. They're the ones that go straight and they have this dip down. I think I want to get some that are that have that J hook or straight across. But I ended up using a toothpick because the yarn is so thin that the ones I have are way too big anyways. It would stretch out the stitches. So that's why I have a toothpick in there. Do what you gotta do, right? And then my poor sweater. I had a good 8 inches done on this sweater. I'd worked through all the colors that I'm going to be using for it. Then I thought, ooh, this is looking a little small for a cardigan around, this is around the waist part, around the hips, and I thought, oh, you know, I got pretty big hips, let me check the size on this. Nope, it was too small. The problem is I'm using a smaller yarn than the pattern calls for, and everything I'd looked for on Ravelry, they said just go ahead and go up 2 sizes. Well, I went up 2 sizes to the largest one in the pattern, but it just wasn't enough. I needed to go up another 3rd size, and instead of trying to play with the math, I just decided to do a totally different pattern. But it's still going to be the same colors, and I'm still working on the bottom ribbing, but as you can see, I didn't get very far. But I decided since November is Nanny Swimo, National Knit a Sweater in a Month thing, they usually have the one, whatever it is with the books, the authors tend to write 50,000 words in a month. The knitters do 50,000 stitches in a month. And because this is a cardigan and it's going to be an extra large, there should definitely be 50,000 stitches because I like my sleeves long too. I decided since I'm not working on my mitre square as much to do a square a day, that I really want to get my sweater done. So I'm going to be concentrating on that. I also cast on for a new shawl with this really pretty colors. It's pinks and greens. I'm calling it Strawberry Fields, but it's from a Sock of the Month club, so it's just like November color, so it's not really anything fancy. But I haven't gotten very far because of the aforementioned mitre square blanket. But this is going to have nice little lace in it. It's one of those boomerang type shawls where it starts really skinny at one end and gets wider as it progresses. And you just kind of like wrap it around your neck like a scarf. I'm filming this on Monday, so technically it's still October. So another cast on I'm going to have is a new pair of socks for Robbie. Now, the colors aren't quite accurate. Think Bumblebee. These are a yellow, gray, black, and kind of a cream color. This is a very generous skein. They're normally like 100 grams, and this one's 124. So I'm hoping if I do contrasting color toes and cuffs, that I can get a pair of socks for my son, and also a pair for myself. I was a little concerned that my knitting gauge has gotten a little bit tighter recently. So I gave my son one of his pairs of socks for Christmas, because I think I have 2 or 3 pairs for him, to make sure they fit before I went ahead and make another pair for him that was a little bit too tight. And he's like, nope, Mom, they fit perfectly. I'm wearing them right now. I'm like, great. He just loves hand knit socks. Well, that's my WIPs for October. I'm kind of feeling cast-on-itis, so I kind of want to, cast on to several different other things. But I have way too many WIPs, and I'll probably just rein myself in and try to finish up what I've already got. Everyone be safe tonight. Happy trick-or-treating. Our neighborhood, I think we've had 3 trick-or-treaters in the last 15 years that weren't like a relative or a neighbor next door. In my town, they tend to have special neighborhoods where everyone goes trick-or-treating, so they don't trick-or-treat around their own neighborhoods anymore. Hubby and I are just homebodies. At this point, the kids, the youngest being 18, they're all off doing their own thing. So we just kind of stay in and hunker down, stay in where it's warm. This year, surprisingly, it was 50 degrees this morning, so normally trick-or-treating is a hot and sweaty thing, and you have to watch what costumes you put on your kids because they overheat. This year, they're going to be able to wear whatever they want and bundle up. Well, that's it for me. Looking forward to see what everyone else has been working on this week. Talk to you later. Bye.